Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining me. If you are new to the channel, maybe this just popped up in your feed, thank you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. My name is Elizabeth. I am a medium, a divine channeler, spirit extractor specialist, white witch, and divine alchemist, and I also happen to be a divine feminine on the path of ascension, coming to you straight from the spirit chair, and always so honored to be here. Let's talk about the current energies that we are in, some of the things that are coming up, some of the challenges. I know many of you are feeling a lot of things right now, depending on when you're watching this video. Yesterday, December 4th, we had the new moon solar eclipse Sagittarius come in. So this is new moon, which is emotions, solar eclipse, which is that masculine purifying energy, strong energy, and then also it's in the sign of Sagittarius, connected to air, connected to the mind. So we have a lot that we are going through right now. So I wanted to do this video to support you guys that are like, what the heck am I feeling? So it's been a very emotional portal, a lot of emotional tides going on with this one. So if you have been feeling a lot of mood swings, if you've been experiencing these highs only to drop down and experience these lows, if you have been having rage come up, these angers, resentments, kind of biting people's heads off, kind of just getting mad or being set off about every little thing, all that kind of thing. You are not alone. You are not crazy. And I think that's what's really important about this channel and doing these videos, and for everyone out there who have channels and we're trying to pitch in with the Ascension, it's to let people know, first of all, that you are not crazy. And this is happening because it's a part of transformation. It's a part of your spiritual journey. It's a part of you changing. It's a part of you elevating and taking on more light and releasing the density, releasing the old, releasing that which does not serve you and which is not really you. So the portals are tough. We normally feel them 3 days before they actually hit, and then a few days afterwards. There have definitely been tons of emotions. I know I was feeling lots and lots of things. I'd be maybe happy and riding high one moment and singing and being enthusiastic, and then the next just really pissed off about things and not happy and feeling resentful or feeling very annoyed and frustrated. Very emotional time, very sensitive time as well. So if you're feeling very sensitive or have been feeling the last few days very sensitive, having tears come out, having just old hurts come up, being triggered by people, being triggered by events, and having those old layers come up, things that maybe you have been working on, maybe things that you have been realizing are blockages for you, and having come up again. You're not alone. So yeah, very, very sensitive time, a lot of emotional tides, everything from sadness to the griefs, the angers, frustration, annoyances. Now, we also have to take into account here that when we are healing, and I always say this, but for some people, maybe you don't realize this, that healing is not linear. So we do have to go back and we do have to go into those other layers again. And we have layers that will come up when they're ready to come up. So we may be working on something for a while. Maybe we realized that we had child issues. Maybe we realized that the child within could use some work. Maybe we felt abandoned when we were a child. Maybe we were brought up in an abusive family. Maybe we were bullied as a child. Maybe we just didn't think we were good enough or valuable enough, and we went into all these habits and these patterns and these behaviors and these distractions and diversions without really healing the root cause. And here comes these layers up again as these portals come in, and that's what they do. These portals, just so you realize, are closures. They are all closure times. So when they come, it's closing out something. It's closing out emotions that have been stuck for some time. It's closing out your perception, your beliefs, maybe the identity that you have been too stuck to for so long, or an image that you've been stuck to for so long. Or maybe you've been trying to force something with a person, or with an idea, or with your own work, or whatever it is. It can be connected to your health. It can be connected to your circle of friends. It could be connected to anything. And maybe you've been trying to force things to work. And when these portals come through, guys, it really is about, realizing the truth of things, and having the emotions come up, and having those thoughts come up. And for some, tower moments happen during these portals, these gateways, in order to close out what doesn't serve you, so that way you can release, you can take on more light and more truth of who you are and what you're meant to do here, how you're meant to move forward. And then you can take action, and you can be of more service in the world. And also you can have the ability to attract higher people into your life, higher circumstances, just attract in a higher way. And that's what's happening here. That's what's happening here. Now, because of the Sagittarius sign, of course, Sagittarius being connected to air, it's going to challenge a lot of how you think about things, how you have been thinking about things. Everything from how you think about yourself to how you think about life. Maybe a lot of the negative stories, the negative narratives are coming up. There have been blockages for you. Perhaps you just weren't seeing the truth behind a situation. Maybe you weren't seeing the truth about some of the things that you know that you need to change, you need to transition in your life. And that truth is making itself very known to you. And along with that are the emotions that are connected to it. So that's a lot of what this new moon and solar eclipse and Sagittarius is bringing up, is to be able to shift this. So Sagittarius is also a lot about expanding your thinking, expanding how you perceive things, right? Where can you expand your thoughts on whatever it is? Thoughts about yourself, thoughts about your life's work, thoughts about your personal life, thoughts about your circle of friends, how you see things, where has there been judgment placed, opinion, projection, perhaps putting on the self, perhaps you're receiving this from others. How can you change your thinking about this situation where you're coming into a higher perspective and you're making, you're making really wiser decisions based off of that higher truth, that higher bird's eye view, if you will. But as we know, that's not an easy process, right? There are emotions that are involved in that, right? We may be feeling guilt, we may be feeling shame, we may be feeling resentful towards ourselves, towards another, right? We've been harboring angers, suppressing angers. Frustrations that have been boiling up throughout time. And when we go through these closures, it's bringing it up to the surface so we can really look at it for what it is, and realize, okay, where's there illusion in this? Where is there truth in this? What needs to change? Let me weigh this out. Let me look at it. Let me perceive it in a different light. And then I can make my wise, intelligent decision. So that way it's benefiting not only myself, but everyone else involved, everyone else concerned. Right? And that's so much of what's been coming up. So you have to ask yourself, where does this apply in your life right now? Where does this apply? Again, it doesn't always have to be with other people. It could be with just how you see life, what your perception has been, what you felt your plan for your life is. Maybe it's not what you thought it was. Maybe someone's not who you thought they were. Maybe you had a very distorted view about your own self, and that's something that really need to be shifted out so you can live in more peace and more balance, more self-love, more self-acceptance. Maybe, there's been tension between yourself and a family member, tension between you and your twin if you're on the twin flame journey. Maybe there has been tension between you and a friend. It's really being able to, again, connect with the reality of the truth of the situation and really release anything that has been distorted and really give your chance to process the emotions from it. Right? Maybe it's an old relationship. Maybe there are still emotions and still old programs, old beliefs, distortions about relationship and how you see relationship, personal relationship, right? Due to the experience, how that experience has affected you. What have you learned? What have you gained from it? What are the gifts of light from it? What has been the shadow side that is being reflected back? Right? Where have you been blocked? Where have you been blocked with being able to see the truth in a higher perspective? Right? And for many, there are just other layers for you to go into, and that's okay. So this is really a time to be gentle with yourself. This is really a restoration period is what I'm receiving. Give yourself the time, give yourself the space, however it's best for you. So if it's doing prayer, listening to, the different hertz music, 432 is hertz, that is great. It's a beautiful hertz, 432. There's also 528 hertz, 111 hertz. Maybe it's something like that. Maybe it's just kind of kicking back in a chair and just really tuning into what's there, tuning into your emotions, taking time out for your emotional health. Right? This is a very noisy world. Right? It's social media blasting everywhere. We've got the news, we've got the pandemic, and all these crazy things going on, right, with the government and just whistleblowers everywhere, and issues that we're seeing all over the world come up to the surface. But are you overexposing yourself to that? Now, as an empath, for people who are empathic, we have to be really careful as to the energy of others, right? So you may be feeling the energy from other people too much. You may be feeling collective energy. Most of the emotions that are coming up are also, a great portion of it is not even yours. And it's for you to realize that and to be able to release that back to the universal grid, right? Release that back to the universe, everything out of your fields, all layers, levels, dimensions, and take on more light, take on more of your own soul's light, and to not hold on to other people's stuff, right? So a lot of the emotional triggers may also, this is a good point here, may be due to the fact that you are being affected by other people's emotions, and it's very, very overwhelming as an empath when that happens. So whatever the case may be right now, take the time out that you need. Whether it's sitting in a chair, thinking things over, doing your own meditation, doing a guided meditation, listening to music, creating healthy boundaries, taking your space back, taking your energy back, really looking at how you can make improvements there and what really needs to go and what new insights are coming in, what guidance is coming in, and to really tune into what your true desires are. So this type of portal will bring in so much, right? There's so much to process. And you're going to really tune in to what it is that you truly desire. That's going to make itself very known to you. You know, what is it that you really, really desire to create within your physical reality, and how have you been putting blockages on that? Right? These are really deep questions, guys. Super deep. You know, what is it that you truly desire? Have you created any type of story around it, any type of belief around that, where you had really deemed it just unachievable? Cannot be. It's just not possible, right? How have you stopped yourself in that way, right? Oh, I can have this, but I can't have this, right? Other people can have this, but because it's me, I cannot, right? Those types of blockages there. Now's the time to really dump the density, right? And with that, what I really received is that miracle consciousness is going to be coming in new beginnings, right? Anytime that we end anything, we close that door, another door opens, and we have a new beginning that comes, which is brand new energy, right? Allowing that brand new energy to come in so that we can create at a higher level, we can manifest at a higher level, we can move forward from truth, move forward from our heart space, rather than this false identity, this false imagery, these blockages and these negative narratives and stories. We can move forward in our truth and not care what anyone else has to think, right? Doing what's best for us, following our bliss. Following our bliss. Guarantee when you follow your bliss, that's where happiness comes in, right? That's where happiness comes in. You're creating situations in your life that are happier, that are higher, that are more fulfilling. But yes, you have to fulfill yourself. It's very crucial that you fulfill yourself, right? But those more joyful experiences will be coming in when you're moving forward from that bliss within, following that truth. Following that truth. So that's going to be a challenge for many, and for some of you there will be tower moments, or your beloved may be going through a tower moment, or will be going through a tower moment, and it's really to just allow everything. Yeah, the childhood energy is coming in very, very strongly. I'm getting that too, a lot of the innocence and the purity coming back, and that's a beautiful thing, right? That innocence of joy, that rainbow energy, right? Being purified from the lower energy, right? From deception, from corruption, from all those things that we've taken on as we've gotten older, bringing back imagination, bringing back magic, bringing back enchantment, being able to view the world as not a negative place, no matter what's happening in the world, but realizing that anything can happen. Anything is possible. Anything. Not to put a limit on anything. That just like this, something amazing can happen. You wake up in the next day, you can meet the most amazing person, or if you follow your bliss and follow your guidance, something amazing can come out of it, right? But if you never try, if you never follow your bliss, if you have that negative story there, the negative belief there, or you're connected to this false identity, right? If you're weak in your courage, if you are weak in your self-worth, if those things are not healed within you, then how can that other new energy come in, right? So this is kind of just really going through the processes when we go through closures like this, these big gateways, these big portals, like the new moon and solar eclipse, as to some of the things that are happening. Now, we also go through physical symptoms too, right? So it's mental, it's the thoughts, it's the emotions, and it's also our physical body feeling, oh my gosh, what is this? If you have been feeling lots of aches and pains, joint pain, stomach, solar plexus pain and cramping, head pressures, ear pain, jaw pain, congestion, cold symptoms, all these things. I have been not feeling so great the last couple of days, I have to tell you. This is because we are releasing that as well. So we're releasing also the physical toxins, and we're taking on more light. So these lower, denser energies are coming out of our bones. It's coming out of our joints. It's coming out of our tissues. It's coming out of our blood, right? It's coming out of the organs and systems. We are cleansing all of that. All of it. It's the energetic system. It's the physical system. It's all of it. Cleansing, cleansing, cleansing the lower, so that way we can take on the higher light and fill up with more light, ascend. Right? So if you need to rest up more, if you're feeling under the weather, take care of yourself. Try to eat as clean as you can. Definitely drink a lot of purified water as much as you can. You're going to need more of it. If you need to say no to some people, if you need to set healthier boundaries there and take more time out for yourself to take care of yourself, to rest. If you're a go, 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 go type of person, right? You may have fire signs out there. I gotta go, 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 go. I gotta be in action, right? Maybe you're putting pressures on yourself. Maybe you have lived with putting pressures on yourself and being in competition with yourself constantly and needing to constantly be in that fiery arrow mode. You know, there may be some challenges for you now to see just how imbalanced that's been, and how you can bring more healthy, balanced living, how you can really engage more in self-care, okay? Because you're going to need it. You're going to need it. Take care of your emotional health. Take care of your mental health through this, guys. Take care of your physical health. And I cannot stress this more, to try your best to stay out of resistance. If things are coming up and they feel awful, maybe you've been down into that shadow before and you're like, wow, I don't want to go into this again. I can't take this anymore. I can't deal with this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Try your best to just be as gentle as you can and allow those emotions to tell you what they need to tell you. Give them the time, give them the space, okay? Because that's where the healing comes in. When we try to keep pushing things down or pushing them away or keep creating diversions and distractions, right? And how many in the world can we turn to, right? People can turn to many of them. Alcohol, drugs, sex, video games, buying things, social media. There's a million and one distractions, but believe me, it's not getting to the root cause of what's really trying to make itself known to you. So try your best to, without resistance, to really connect with what you're feeling and what those thoughts are. Create that sanctuary for yourself. Create that sacred space. Couple of stones that I recommend would be helpful. Fluorite is a great one. Does anyone out there work with fluorite? There's a couple of kinds of fluorite. What I love about fluorite is that it's a fantastic energy clear. It really does. It cleanses energy so strongly. It brings clarity of thought. It's a stone of focus. So if you feel like you're out of focus, you're not sure about a situation, you're not sure, right? You don't know what, you're very, very fuzzy as to, what's really going on. This is going to help to clarify your mind. It's a stone of the mind, a clear of energy. It's also a fantastic protector too. As we're clearing, that extra protection is certainly needed. I mean, this is not the only thing. I would certainly not recommend only this for protection. If you know me, you know it's not just about crystals or stones or anything like that. You need a lot more than that. But this will be helpful in your toolkit. The other one, guys, don't be shy. Rose quartz, okay? The gentle, beautiful rose quartz. This pink, beautiful stone is great when you need that soothing energy, when you need to bring in that gentleness, okay? This helps with love in always. Right? Bringing yourself that love, which is first and foremost, because if you can give that love to yourself, be that love, then you'll be able to give others love. Right? But this is just such a gentle soother. If you're feeling very emotionally erratic, emotionally unbalanced, maybe want to sit with some rose quartz. Rose oil goes fantastic with it. So if you have any rose oil or rose incense or something like that, would be great for calming. So these two are really, really great for times like this. Okay, because we've got the Mind Stone and we have the Heart Stone. I'm going to pull a message from my cauldron over there, my cauldron of inspiration. I love working with a goddess named Caradwyn. She's one of the goddesses that I work with, Welsh goddess, and she holds her cauldron of inspiration and transformation. So I'm going to see what inspiration would be helpful to all of you. So let me just reach back here and get this for you guys. Okay. And let's see what we have here. Right, I got one. So you know the yogi teas, if any of you drink yogi teas, and they have a lot of those cool little fortunes or affirmations. I love saving those. Also, too, Chinese food comes in handy, right, with the fortunes. So this is just something that I love to do, is put this in. So, oh, interesting. So this message is about service, actually. Find your unity in your service to all. Ooh, yes. So this is really, everything that you're going through right now is going to be a huge stepping stone here for being of service. Okay, taking on union consciousness. When you are within that union energy, unified energy, you want to be of service to humanity. What can I do for humanity? What could I do to make this world a better place? If you have been doing something, how can you expand yourself? Right? Maybe what's meant to come in terms of new ideas and new insights that will help you to be of greater service. Maybe there are skills, maybe there are gifts, maybe there are abilities that are just starting to emerge. Maybe they're enhancing now, right, because of these portals. And how can you actually utilize them where you're being even more of service? Because the world needs you. The world needs your true soul. Your world needs your true gifts. The world needs your truth. The world needs the love that you have in your heart space. The world needs you. So finding your unity in your service to all. So remember that you're going through all of this, and with the new beginning is really going to help you to step into your power. All right, so that way you are powerfully shining your light in the world. So this is exciting times. It really is. My heart to all of you guys who are going through, all of these emotions, this roller coaster ride. Know that you're not alone in this whatsoever. I'm glad to be here. And remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Okay? Brightest blessings to all of you. And for those of you who are guided to connect with me, I will leave all of my information in the description below. My website, my social media. I'm not a crazy social media bug, but you can certainly connect with me on my website, theparanormalpriestess.com, where I'll leave all of that in the description below. I offer 1-hour readings. I offer light language healing and activation sessions, which are very, very powerful. I'm also a spirit extractor specialist, and I have been taking on tons of cases here that have been clearing out dark interferences and attachments and possessions and different things like that. I do this work all over the world, and so I've been really busy with that lately. As we go through these portals, that tends to come up a lot more. But I am here hopefully as a one-stop shop for everything for your ascension, twin flame journey and ascension. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for connecting with me. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys. Brightest blessings, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.